Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS. We will discuss current affairs of 1st November and first we will discuss objective questions, MCQs. After that, we will discuss prelim facts and then mains topic. And first question is, which the following can help in promoting sustainable development? Use of non-sustainable development means development which is environment friendly. So use of non-conventional sources of energy. Obviously, non-conventional sources of energy means uh, the renewable energies, right? Solar energy, wind energy, these are non-conventional sources of energy. Use of use of CNG, compressed natural gas, obviously that is less, that produces less carbon as compared to the conventional energies like petroleum and coals. Biocomposting, that means the waste are turning biodegradable waste that can be degenerated into manures, that is called as biocomposting. Solar power through photovoltaic cells. Solar power through photovoltaic cells, yes, that is also because that do not generate carbon. So that is also sustainable, promoting sustainable development. LPG gobar gas in rural areas. Yes, gobar gas in rural areas, methane gas is used. LPG, that is, so LPG gas, there is no carbon emission like coal or petroleum. And mini hydel power plants, that is hydroelectric power plants, that is hydro energy generating from the turbine that runs because of the flow of water. So here all the options are promoting sustainable development. Sustainable development means environmental friendly development, that is sustainable development. Okay, next. So remember, Brownland report. Brownland report. This is the first report that talks about sustainable development. They have asked this question many times. It asked about sustainable development. It first talked about sustainable development. Next. So what are the sustainable development goals? SDG goals. We have 17 SDG goals. What are those SDG goals? Sustainable development goals. Remember, goal 1 is no poverty. Goal 1, SDG goal 1. Goal 1 is no poverty. Goal 2 is zero hunger. You must remember all this. Zero hunger is goal 2. Right? Goal 3 is good health and well-being. Goal 3 is good health and well-being. Goal 4 is quality education. Quality education. This is goal 4 of sustainable development. Then goal 5, gender equality. Goal 5 is gender equality. Right? Next, goal 6. Goal 6 is clean water and sanitation. Clean water and sanitation. This is goal 6. Goal 7. Sustainable goal 7. It is affordable and clean energy. Affordable and clean energy. Decent work. Decent work and economic growth. This is goal 8. Decent work and economic growth. Goal 9. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. industry, innovation, and infrastructure. This is goal 9. Goal 10 is reduce inequalities. Goal 5 was your gender equality, right? Gender equality, and goal 10 was reducing inequality. Goal 10, reducing inequality. Goal 11 is sustainable cities. Sustainable cities and communities. Then responsible consumption and production. Goal 12 is your responsible consumption and production. This is goal 12. Responsible consumption and production, that is goal 12. Goal 13 is climate action. Climate action, goal 13. Goal 14, life below water. Goal 14 is life below water, right? Goal 15 is life on land. Life on land is goal 15. Peace, justice, and strong institutions. Peace, justice, and strong institution. That is goal 16. Goal 17 is your partnership for the goals. Goal 17 is partnership for the goals. That is goal 17. Okay. So these are the sustainable development goals. Just a second. Okay. Next question. Arrange the following greenhouse gases in descending order of the global warming potential. Global warming potential means which gas has how much potential to pollute the environment. Different gases have different global warming potential. So one by one. Okay. First thing we'll see methane. Methane has global warming potential. It has around 21 global warming potential. Carbon dioxide has 1 global warming potential. Then nitrous oxide, this is 310, and your sulfur hexachloride, it has 20,000, 23,900, and hydrofluorocarbon, it has 142, 11,700. This is global warming potential of different gases. how much they can pollute. So option will be in the descending order, right? Descending order, maximum sulfur to sulfur hexachloride. So three option is the answer. Then five, yes. Then five, first sulfur hexachloride, then hydrofluorocarbons, then then your nitrous oxide, then will be four, yes. Then will be methane, then carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide's presence is very high. Otherwise, it has lowest global warming potential. Highest global warming potential will be with sulfur hexachloride. Which of the following can be used to reduce greenhouse gas emissions? Faster rotation system, positive ice albedo feedback, RGGI REGI programs, use of biophilic design. Which of the following can be used for reducing greenhouse gas for to reduce greenhouse gas emission? Faster rotation system, yes, and RGGI REGI programs and biophilic design. Positive ice albedo feedback. Positive albedo means the sunlight that coming from sun and that is reflected by the earth surface. So positive ice albedo feedback means it is a change in area of ice caps or glaciers or sea alters the albedo in the surface of temperature of the planet. That means change in the areas of ice cap. So how can that cannot reduce the greenhouse gas emission, right? This ice albedo feedback means that is changing in the area of ice caps or glaciers or sea, right? So third option is wrong and 1 to 4 are right. Which of the following best describes the location of Mauna Loa volcano recently seen in the news? Mauna Loa volcano, that is an island arc chain extending from Japan into South China Sea. Japan into South China Sea. A subduction zone extending from New Zealand to from New Zealand northeast to Fiji, subduction zone, or mid-oceanic ridge system, which is a part of the mid-Atlantic ridge, or created as Pacific tectonic plate moved over Hawaii hotspot in the Earth's underlying mountain. Yes, location of Mauna Loa volcano. Mauna Loa volcano, that is because of Pacific Pacific tectonic plate moved over the Hawaii hotspot. Pacific mm, Pacific plate tectonic plate that moved over the Hawaii hotspot. Right? It is a volcano in Hawaii Islands. Hawaii, Mauna Loa. Hawaii Islands. It is a in US state of Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean. Right? So D is the answer. Mauna Loa. It is in Hawaii. An emission gap report is released by which of the following? Emission gap is a report. It is used by UNEP, United Nations Environmental Program. It is established in 1972 Headquarters is at Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi, Kenya. It releases various reports like emission gap report, adaptation gap report. They are released by United Nations Environmental Program (UNEP), 1972. Okay. Climate Action Tracker, which monitors the reduction pledges, emission reduction pledges of different countries, is a database created by coalition of research organizations, wing of International Panel of Climate Change, that is IPCC, or committee under International Framework Convention on Climate Change, or agency promoted and financed by United Nations Environmental Program and World Bank. See, this is tracker. Tracker means it will track, it will do a particular job. It is a one type of machine type. So it's a database created by the coalition of research organizations of different countries to monitor the emission reduction pledges. Emission reduction pledges means various countries has promised their emissions reduction pledges. For example, India has Panchamrit. Panchamrit, that is the 5 promises India has made in the Glasgow Summit. Glasgow Summit, India has made a promise, made 5 promises. One of them is reducing, becoming carbon neutral by 2070. So, how much promises India has? How much India is adhering to its promises? That can be calculated by the Climate Action Tracker, which is monitors the reduction of pledges of different countries. Okay. And consider the following statements. The eastern coast of India is affected by tropical cyclones more than western. Yes, more tropical cyclones are in the eastern coast of India than the western coast of India. Why? More cyclones are found in the Bay of Bengal than the Arabian Sea, because Bay of Bengal is relatively warmer than the Arabian Sea. And the average sea temperature is higher than the Arabian Sea, has a higher salinity than the Bay of Bengal. So what happens? Bay of Bengal is more warmer, that means temperature is high. If temperature is high, then pressure will be low. That is what we call as low pressure development. So low pressure that causes cyclonic activities. Cyclonic means rainfall and this air flow at high speed. That is cyclonic activity. That is why low pressure, because Bay of Bengal is relatively warmer than the Arabian Sea. So both A and B are right, and R is the correct explanation of A. Consider the following statements about electoral bond scheme. The aim of this scheme is to bring about transparency in the funding process of political parties. Electoral bond scheme, yes, political parties they can donate by electoral bond scheme. Electoral bond scheme, bringing transparency in funding. So how much funding who is getting? How much amount of funding which political party is getting? That can be known by that is by electoral bond scheme. Okay. Only the political parties recognized by Election Commission which secure not less than 1% of votes polled in the last general election to the House of People or Legislative Assembly of the state shall be eligible to receive the electoral bonds. That is recognized by Election Commission, and also 1% of votes polled in the last general election. They must secure this amount to get the eligible for electoral bond scheme. Electoral bonds shall be valid for 15 calendar days from the date of issue. Yes, this is 15 calendar days from the date of issue. The electoral bond deposited by an eligible political party in its account shall be credited in the same day. Yes. Same day that will be credited to the account of the political parties. And a State Bank of India, remember, State Bank of India is given the nodal agency to implement the electoral bond scheme. Okay. Valid for 15 calendar days, and 1% of vote is essential, and transparency in the funding process. So 1, 2, 3, 4 all the options are right regarding electoral bond scheme. Mia Museum is often mentioned in news. Recently situated in which of the state? Mia Museum, it is situated in West Bengal or in Assam or Uttar Pradesh or Jharkhand. Where is Mia Museum? It is in Assam. Mia Museum, that is in Assam. Assam Chief Minister is Himant Biswa Sarma. Assam has launched a scheme. What is that scheme? Assam has launched a scheme, that is there is schools on wheels. Schools on wheels. Which government has launched this scheme? Schools on wheels. That is Assam government. Right. So B is the answer. It was in news because this museum is that is sealed by the government, and some people from the Mia museum they are got arrested because of anti-terrorist activities. Mia museum in so that is present in Assam. Dolphins have started coming back to the Ganga with improvement of the quality of river water. The Uttar Pradesh government said recently, with reference to Gangetic dolphins, consider the following statements. Gangetic dolphins. About Gangetic dolphins. Why Gangetic? Because it is the national water animal. It is the only species of freshwater dolphin in the world. First statement is wrong. There are various types of freshwater dolphins, not Gangetic dolphin. It is classified as Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. Yes, obviously this is classified as the Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. Schedule 1 animal means those animals which require high protection, right? High level of protection. They are Schedule 1 animals under Wildlife Protection Act. Vikramashila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary in Bihar, Bhagalpur district is the India's only sanctuary for Gangetic dolphins. Yes, this statement is right. So 2 and 3 options are right regarding. So Vikramashila Gangetic dolphin that is present in the Bihar's Bhagalpur, and it is classified under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. It is highly punishable offence. Killing of river dolphin is highly punishable offence. Right. Usually they live in only freshwater and they are present in Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna, and also Sanghu River. They are found in Nepal as well. It is a national aquatic animal. National aquatic animal. National aquatic animal. That is national aquatic animal. It is Gangetic dolphin. Okay, because of pollution and various other activities, now their population is declining. Their IUCN status. IUCN status is endangered. IUCN status is endangered. Okay. So now we will discuss preliminary facts. Either report on cyclones in Indian Ocean. Just a second. Okay. As a report on cyclones from Indian Ocean, a new research has noted decline in the Bay of Bengal. The Arabian Sea registered increase in the last 2 decades. So in Bay of Bengal, cyclones are declining, but Arabian Sea it has seen it is increasing. According to the researchers from Indian Institute of Science Education, Research Bhopal, IIJ Bhopal, they attribute this to a trend of global warming. That means because of global warming and climate change, we see increase in the cyclones in the we see the increased number of cyclones in Arabian Sea and the the decrease in the number of cyclones in Bay of Bengal. With the greenhouse gas increasing in the earth warming, not only does the temperature and humidity increase, but also winds change and become weaker simultaneously. Winds change and become weaker simultaneously. So those areas, in some areas, we are experiencing less rainfall than the usual. In some areas, there is high rainfall. Okay. Next, one thing in the atmosphere that inhibits the growth of cyclones is called as vertical shear, which refers to how strongly winds can change from the surface to the top of the atmosphere up to 10 kilometers. That is called as vertical shear. It refers how strongly winds can change. That determines the cyclonic activity. So that is called as vertical shear, and we see that winds are changing because of climate change and other activities. The pattern of wind is changing. Strong vertical shears suppress the cyclone. Okay, cold and calm air is essential for cyclone. So strong vertical shears suppress the cyclone. Weak vertical shears increase the cyclone. While the global trend reflects a decrease in cyclones, there has been an increase in cyclones over certain parts of the world, including the northern Indian Ocean, that is Arabian Sea. Including the northern Indian Ocean, that is Arabian Sea, the global trend reflects decrease in cyclones. So in Arabian Sea, the cyclones are increasing and cyclone are decreasing as a global trend. Indian meteorological data, IMD data for the 130-year long study period by average 50.5 tropical cyclones per decade over the region comprising Bay of Bengal in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. The researchers found that 49% of the tropical cyclones occurred from the October to December post monsoon period, while 29% of the cyclones occurred pre monsoon season between April to June. So majority of the tropical cyclones they are in October and December on post monsoon period. So strong vertical shears suppresses cyclone and weak vertical shears weakens the shears increases the cyclones. And the pattern of trend is changing. Overall, 80% of tropical cyclones occur in the pre and post monsoon months. Pre and post monsoon months, 80% of tropical cyclones occur. The Arabian Sea side of North Indian Ocean saw 52% increase in the cyclone counts in 2001 and 2019. The frequency increase means severe cyclonic storms, extremely severe cyclonic storms, super cyclonic storms. The Arabian Sea was observed during the post monsoon months. In exception, 2009 witnessed 5 tropical storms in the over the Arabian Sea and 3 in the Bay of Bengal. So the whole climate of the whole world is changing. Arabian Sea has more number of tropical cyclones than Bay of Bengal. It is an unusual thing, but it has happened. Right. In comparison to Bay of Bengal, the proportion of Arabian Sea cyclones was initially 1.1 is to 4, but it has become 2 is to 4 from 2001 to 2020. The proportion of Arabian Sea cyclones was initially 1 is to 4, but it has become 2 is to 4 from 2001 to 2020. So the Arabian Sea, it is increasing, right? In contrast, frequency of Bay of Bengal storms is slightly decreased, but not to a significant extent. So slightly, the frequency of cyclones in Bay of Bengal it has declined. The reason is that there is a warming threshold for sea surface temperature over any ocean. It is generally between 26 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, which was already been achieved by the Bay of Bengal. However, sea surface temperature is still gradually increasing over the Arabian Sea. Right. So sea surface temperature of Arabian Sea is increasing as compared to the Bay of Bengal. Next, Mauna Loa volcano. It is in news. Mauna Loa volcano. Scientists and researchers have alarmed the residents of Hawaii Island of USA, world's largest active volcano. Mauna Loa indicates eruption. Great eruption is going to happen in Mauna Loa. According to recent observation, it has been noted that the number of Hawaii Island summit earthquakes jumped to 10 to 20 per day to 40 to 50 per day. So every day there are huge number of earthquakes in Hawaii Islands. So it has increasing. It has almost more than doubled in the Hawaii Islands. So the volcanoes are emitted. Scientists believe more earthquakes are occurring because more magma is flowing into Mauna Loa summit reservoir system from the hotspot on the Earth's surface that feeds molten rock to the Hawaii volcanoes. These turns can give rise to volcanic eruption of Mauna Loa. Volcanic eruption of Mauna Loa. So volcanic eruption in Mauna Loa will increase. Are occurring because more magma is flowing to the Mauna Loa summit reservoir system in the hotspot on the Earth's surface that feeds the molten rock in Hawaiian Islands. So as the number of earthquakes are increasing, obviously the chances of molten magma coming out of the surface is more, so it is increasing. So Mauna Loa volcano, it is in Hawaiian Island. World's largest active volcano in the island of Hawaii in the US state of Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean. Volcano makes 51% of Hawaii Island landmass. It is active sealed volcano with relatively gentle slopes with a volume of estimated 18,000 cubic miles or 75,000 cubic kilometer over the area of Island. Lava eruption from Mauna Loa are silica poor and very fluid, and they tend to be non-explosive. In last erupted 1984, which led to destruction of the island. Last erupted 1984 that led to destruction of the island. So this is about Mauna Loa volcano that is on Hawaiian Island. Emission gap report. See, emission gap report, it is presented by United Nations Development Program (UNEP). Current pledges by the countries for reducing greenhouse gas emissions would still leave the world warmer by 2.4 to 2.6 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, according to emission gaps report. Even at the current pledges by the countries, because India's various countries has made various ambitious targets to reduce the emission. Still, the temperature will become warmer by 2000 by 2.4 to 2.6 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, according to emission gap report. The report was released by United Nations Environmental Program (UNEP), released by United Nations Environmental Program. The report found that updated pledges by the countries, also known as nationally determined contributions (NDC), under Paris Agreement, only reduce the projected greenhouse gas emission by 1% by 2030. So the greenhouse gas emission, if the way NDC, national determined commitment, the various this program started in Paris Climate Deal in 2015, where various countries has promised a particular amount of carbon reduction by each country, right? And that is even if that they adhere to the commitment, then only still the projected greenhouse gas emission will be reduced by 1%. It is roughly equivalent to 0.5 megatons of carbon dioxide. This is when a 45% reduction is required for the world to limit the global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. So, which is the target is very less. The achievement is very less as compared to the target, because we need 45% of reduction of the carbon, and what we are promising is around 1% reduction of carbon by 2030 in the existing nationally determined commitment. So every country need a higher ambitious target to reduce the carbon emission. The pre-industrial level period is generally considered to be between 1850 to 1900. So what is the temperature at that time? Pre-industrial level means 1850 to 1900 time. This lack of ambition in reducing greenhouse gas emissions means that both the temperature targets under Paris Agreement, 2 degrees Celsius and ambitious 1.5 degrees Celsius, will likely exceeded by 2011. By 2100, ambitious to 1.5 degrees Celsius will likely to be exceeded by 2011. To 2011 to 100, wait, 2000, sorry, 2100. Okay. The planet will be warmer by 2.6 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. Even if all the current unconditional NDCs, other countries do not need financial and technical support from other countries are taken into account, then it will be warmer to 2.6 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. That is by 2011, 2100, and there will be 2 degrees Celsius from the pre-industrial level. That is the 1850 to 1900, whatever the temperature, and plus 2.6 degrees Celsius will be more. In the current condition of NDCs, we need external support. We are considering there is chance of limiting the warming to 2.4 degrees Celsius. So rather than 2.6 degrees Celsius, there is chances that we can reduce the emission, we can limit the emission by 2.4 degrees Celsius. Under the best case scenario in which all the unconditional NDCs and other additional net zero commitments by countries are fulfilled, there is a chance of limiting warming to 1.8 degrees Celsius, still above 0.3 degrees Celsius, above the ambitious Paris target. So, best case scenario, we can limit the warming to 1.8 degrees Celsius. So, our target is 1.5 degrees Celsius, it is will be 0.3 degrees Celsius. So, that is the best case scenario, which is almost extremely difficult to achieve. Still, we cannot achieve the Paris Climate Deal target of 1.5 degrees Celsius. However, 1.8 degrees Celsius scenario is currently outside the realm of possibility because of lack of cohesion between the current emissions, short-term NDC targets, and long-term net zero targets. So it is outside the realm of possibilities because that is it will be extremely difficult for the countries to achieve all these targets, and many countries are also violating their entities. They are not able to achieve their targets. So based on that, it is almost impossible. So it is almost impossible to achieve this. Just a second. Next, Kalanamak rice. What is this Kalanamak rice? Kalanamak, a traditional variety of paddy, is all set to get a new look and name. Kalanamak rice. Grown 11 districts of Tarai region of northeastern Uttar Pradesh. Tarai region means those regions just below the Himalayan region. And in Nepal, traditional variety has been prone to lodging. The reason for this is for its low yield. Lodging is a condition in which top of the plant becomes heavy because of grain formation. The stems becomes weak and the plant falls on the ground. Prone to lodging, right? Because of huge production, the Agricultural Research Institute has successfully developed two dwarf varieties of Kalanamak rice. Two dwarf varieties of Kalanamak rice. They have been renamed as Pusa Narendra Kalanamak and Pusa Narendra Kalanamak. 16, that is, one is 1638, another is 1652. These are Kalanamak rice. These are prone to lodging. Lodging means plant becomes weak, heavy. So these are the Kalanamak rice in UP, in Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. The yield for the new varieties is double than the traditional variety. So huge amount of production will be there. It is a high yield varieties. HYV, high yield variety of seed of rice. The traditional Kalanamak rice is protected under the geographical indication GI tag. The traditional Kalanamak rice, it is a GI tag system, geographical indication. That means it is of high quality and belongs to that particular region of UP. It is recorded GI application that Lord Buddha gifted Kalanamak paddy to the people of Sravasti so that they remembered him for its by its fragrance. Why it is? Because Lord Buddha has gifted Kalanamak paddy to the people of Sravasti so that they remembered him by its fragrance. It is also known as Buddha rice. Kalanamak rice is also known as Buddha rice. It is one of the finest and short grain rice with an unusual black husk. Kalanamak is scented rice of Nepal and India. Its name means black husk, kala black, suffix namak means salt. The variety has been cultivation since the Buddhist period of 600 BC. Since the Buddhist period of 600 BC, the variety has been cultivation. It is popular in Himalayan Tarai of Nepal, that is Kapilavastu, eastern Uttar Pradesh, where known as scented black pearl. It is popular in Himalayan Tarai of Nepal, Kapilavastu, eastern Uttar Pradesh, and scented black pearl, that is known as scented black pearl because of its fragrance. Okay, in cultivation since Buddhist period, since 600 BC, it is in cultivation. That is Kalanamak rice or Buddha rice or scented black pearl. Acreage under this variety has declined sharply, pushing it towards extinction because of panicle blast epidemics in 1998 and 1999. Tall stature of crop causing lodging, long harvest, that is long time harvest, 6 to 7 months, poor quality seeds. So that's why new variety has started. Kalanam rice was granted geographical indication in 2012. Kalanam rice is approved for 11 districts of UP. It is a non-basmati rice. It is a non-basmati rice. Remember, Kalanam rice is rich in micronutrients such as iron and zinc. Regular intake of Kalanam rice is said to prevent Alzheimer's disease. That is a mental disease, Alzheimer's disease. It has 11% protein, almost double the common rice varieties. It has low glycemic index, 49 to 52%, making it relatively sugar free and suitable for diabetics. So it is suitable for diabetics. It prevents Alzheimer's disease. It is a non-basmati rice. It is a long harvest and high quality seeds. Production will be higher in the new varieties. Analyze the salience of sect in Indian society with respect to caste, religion, region, and religion. What do you mean by sect? Sect and cults are smaller group of faith that follows either traditional religion or its fundamentals in different religions. For example, there is ISKCON, that is a cult, right? For example, there is a Dera Socha Soda, that is a sect. A particular leader is giving a new form to the religion, that is sect and cult. Sects are subgroups of a single faith of religion, such as Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, and others. They are subgroups, right? Sects can also refer to religious groups that have separated themselves from the established religion and not follow their own rules, and now follow their own rules. Sects can also refer to the religious groups that they have separated themselves from the established religion. When they become too big, they separate themselves from the religion and uh, they follow their own rules. On the other hand, a cult or a social group that follows unusual religious, philosophical, spiritual beliefs to attain a common interest or goal in life. Unusual religious, philosophical, spiritual beliefs to attain a common interest or goal in life. Called is social group. Unusual philosophy and to attain a common interest or goal in life. For example, different goals, different institutions has different goals. Some has services, some has meditation. They are called. They are called. Krishna cult, like there is Krishna cult. Silent of sect vis-a-vis caste. Sect encourages its members to work for a common vision of brotherhood, equality of goals. Sects are frequently formed when society is undergoing rapid transformation. When society undergoing rapid transformation, sects are formed. For example, yes, whereas caste, owing to rising socio-economic status of a subcaste in India, they are asserting their dominance in the political and social sector. For example, Gujjar, Jats, and Patidars, that is caste. They have huge political influence, right? Because of their solidarity. Now, Gujjars have huge solidarity in their areas. If any once Gujjar is getting affected, all of them they stand by the side of that person. Similarly, Jats and Patidars also they are very powerful caste groups in Haryana. Patidars in Gujarat they are very powerful. They have huge number and huge solidarity to their community. Caste politics goes on in those areas. Even though the position of the subsectors have improved, yet the practice of homogeneity culture still prevailing, which cannot be said to be modernizing. Although subsectors are imposition of the subsectors have improved means although their socio-economic conditions have improved, yet their practice of homogeneity and culture are still prevailing. The homogeneity means they will have same culture, same tradition, some traditional beliefs also, and the ideology of casteism within themselves that is still prevailing, and it is cannot be said to be modernizing. There is such type of development based on this type of, for example, modernization has developed a lot. It has our relationship, has become our sorry, our many of our lives are modernized or changed Even that is there, still the caste feelings among the people of these caste groups have not changed. That is what we say about homogeneity. What is sect and religion? Sect are also emerged from geographical aspect. For example, hill tribes like Gadis are nomadic tribes. Also, Sikh are Muslim community found in the northeastern states. Main section of Sikh is the Siddiqui, Farooq, Usmani, Abbasi. There are four main sections of Sikh. So, Islam religion, there are also various sects like Sikh, that is Siddiqui, Farooq, Usmani. So, these are Sikh and Said. There are different types of sects in our religion, that is Islam. Various sects are emerged in Maharashtra due to experience of inequality in the observance of religion. Experience of inequality emerged in Maharashtra due to experience of inequality in the observance of religion in various sections of society, invasion of Muslims and political dominance occurred by the Muslim rulers or Hindu society. So various sects are developed, and these sects have usually close coordination among themselves, and they have a group of they have a close solidarity also. That means they have a particular lifestyle. They sometimes have what is a similar socio-political goals as well, and they feel a sense of unity among themselves after the formation of a sect. Silence of sect versus religion. Hinduism is divided into four major denominations, that is Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Smartism, and Shaktism. The denominations differ primarily on God worshipped on a supreme one, and tradition accompany worship that God. For example, in Vaishnavism, they praise the Lord Krishna. Muslims are divided into various sects. Understand the Islamic law, fiqh, or Islamic history. On the basis of sect, Muslims are divided into Sunni or Shia, Sunni and Shias. Buddhism are two sects, that is Mahayana Buddhism and Hinayana Buddhism. So religion is the Buddhism, sect is Mahayana or Hinayana. Similar religion is Muslim, sect is Sunni and Shia. Similar Christians are divided into two sects, Catholics and Protestants. Catholics and Protestants. And Protestants are those who are the former may be considered as traditionalists. Catholics are traditionalists, and latter are reformists. Protestants are reformists, those who more focus on individualism, and traditionalists they are most focused on communities. The two were divided mainly on the questions of the authority of the church. Authority of the church. How many? So based on authority of the church, how much authority there should be. So traditionalists, they Catholics, they support the authority of the church, but reformists they oppose the authority of the churches in the lives of people. Indian society is the result of a journey from the Indus civilization to the today's globalized world. In this journey, India has gone through many transformations and influence of outside and reform movements in the within society. However, what is unique and appreciable is the fact that it has managed to adapt and accept various features while preserving its past. That means, despite the different cults, different sects, and different religions, whether in India there is socio-religious diversity, it exists in peaceful environment, and many of these different sects they coexist. That means different sects coexist. That means those who followers of a particular guru do not oppose if somebody is following some others. So different people they follow different gurus, spiritual gurus, different sects, and still they coexist and lead a peaceful life. That's the speciality of India. That's socio-economic diversity in case of India. Socio-religious diversity. Okay. So the lecture end here, and like this video, share this video, and subscribe to VANIK-IAS. Thank you. Hello Abhishek.